Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of Hildebrants Heroes Podcast. Yes, we had to change the name from All the King's Men. We found out that name was already used, so we had to change it up. But thank you guys for showing up to Sheldon's stream today. We really do appreciate you guys coming on. We would like for you guys to be actually a part of the stream as well, too, and ask questions. SirImperialMike and Sheldon will, of course, be taking a look at your guys' questions and answer them as we go. Today, what we're going to be going through is finishing the Guardian Forest. We're going to talk about how to finish up the side quests, any other items that we need to go through in this particular biome, and then what's the strategy of going into the Glittering Mines and what we may want to do before the towns refresh, before going through the Glittering Mines. Then after that, what we need to do is probably the most difficult part, at least in my opinion, of the game, is being able to path your way through the next 15 days after you get through the Glittering Mines. Because there's 3 new biomes that pop up. It's the Plains, it's either the Burning Forest or the Poison Bog. And we'll talk about the differences between the Burning Forest and a Poison Bog, because we do not have the Poison Bog in this particular game. And also, what is the third one called? It's the sea?
The Rogue Isles.
The Rogue Isles. There we go. I don't know why I always forget the name of that. But the Rogue Isles. I should know that because I played the game enough, but I just call it the islands. So when we go through the Rogue Isles, what's going to be really important is what side quests do we want to unlock, because we want to make sure that we're fast and efficient within the first 15 days, because the town refreshes will explain a lot more of like what that does to your game and why you want to get through that part quickly. Then what we're going to try to do is get as far as we possibly can in today's podcast. And then what we'll do is part 3, we'll just pick it up from there. So Sheldon, thanks for having me on. Go ahead and take it from here.
Alrighty, so looks like we left off right before we were gonna fight this cluster of stuff, these 2 camps and this dark cave. I do not believe we discussed yet on what order we were gonna do these, and if we were going to Tinder Pouch. Maybe we did, but I don't recall.
So I think that's a really good starting point. So like when you have a grouping like this, when do you start to consider what to attack first? When you should Tinder Pouch? So like from this instance, we're fairly close to Orton. Do you consider only Tinder Pouching if you can't get back to a town within 1 turn? What's your kind of thought process, Sheldon and Mike, when you're going about this?
So this cluster, in this particular instance, I'm seeing a few if this then you do that scenarios, depending on what happens. So the first thing I'm thinking about is this Tinder Pouch worthy? It's technically yes, but also technically no. Depends on if you're able to do a fight. If you're able to do a chaos fight without taking any damage, you may not actually need the Tinder Pouch, and you could just either go on to the next fight immediately, or Orton is right there. Heck, even Dryer's Lantern is right there too if you want to go there to end. That's only going to waste 1 round, and then you come back and right into position of fighting. So we don't necessarily need a Tinder Pouch. The only reason we would Tinder Pouch is if you want to save 2-3 rounds, which may not be necessary. Other than a time save, the actual order of this cluster I think is pretty straightforward in our scenario. So everyone has an improved weapon. So that means we need to do these 3 fights in the easiest possible order. So normally, if someone's missing a weapon, I may consider you tackling the main Chaos Leader first, because that camp always drops a improved weapon. So if you're lacking a weapon upgrade, killing this camp first will help you for future fights. However, since we have improved weapons, the other camp will be easier. The side quest Chaos camps are slightly easier than the Chaos Leader camp. They have 2 less health, and the guy with the axe has 2 less armor.
Okay.
So what I would do is I would probably do the side quest camp followed by the main quest camp. That should give us plenty of levels and loot possibilities and possibly a tinder pouch outside, and we can go right into the dark cave pretty safely. I want to be able to do the dark cave as safe as possible, in which we may not have to use a Godspeed. If I can prevent using a Godspeed from the dark cave, then I accomplished our goal.
So would you only, though, go into the dark cave? What's the health you're looking for? What's the amount of focus that you're looking for? And are you looking for one Godsbeard apiece in order to go into the dark cave? Is there a point to where you sit there and say, no, we need to heal up before we go into the dark cave?
Well, I definitely want to go into the dark cave at max everything, max focus, max health, and definitely a Godsbeard on everybody. Maybe not necessarily a Godsbeard on everybody if you happen to have party heal. If you have party heal, then one Godsbeard on the party healer will also do the job. I do not believe we acquired party heal yet.
No, you got the burnt tome.
So we all have a Godsbeard then, which will work. I do sometimes consider doing the dark cave at level 0, but just barely, where everyone's throughout the level. That way the first fight is pretty much a freebie, because that fight the likelihood of the first fight outright killing a character is very slim. And if that does happen and they get that character low, the second the battle's over, everyone just level heals.
Okay.
So although considering what I just said, that we're going to do these 2 chaos camps first, we're definitely going to go into the dark cave at probably level 1 for sure. So we're not gonna be doing a level heal in the cave, which is fine. So we'll be going in with a little bit of max health and potentially some armor from the camps. That also will be fine.
Okay. Anything else, or do you just want me to charge on in here?
Unless if Mike has anything he wants to input.
Well, a couple of things additionally. When I'm evaluating if I'm going to use a tinder pouch, I try to get the maximum value I can out of that tinder pouch. So if I'm only going to heal with it with 3 times, 1 from each character, that's not using it to its full extent because it can last for 9 rounds. This is an example where we could do a fight, all of us heal, do another fight, all of us heal, do another fight in the cave, come back out, all of us heal. You would get the maximum value out of that tinder pouch when you've got three fights like this in close proximity. Now, I know that the towns are nearby, so instead of tinder pouching, you could run to those towns and in. Except, at this point, that would slow us down slightly, running back and forth. You'd also lose a little bit of the gold doing the inning when, the tinder pouch would have sufficed for the healing for all 3 fights. I would probably definitely tinder pouch this. The other thing is, when I'm done with the plan here of these 2 camps and that dark cave, I'm also thinking ahead about what am I going to be doing after all that's accomplished.
To be honest, same here, but I didn't want to give that much information, but I guess we could now.
So
Because I also was thinking ahead too. After these 3 were over.
What we want to do is, after all that's done, we're going to want to go into the Glittering Mines. The thing is, though, you want to go into the Glittering Mines after you've gotten all of the Godspeard from Woodsmoke and from Orton. And we haven't done that yet.
Okay.
So what we would do is we would take care of all these fights down here, and when we're done with that, we should be relatively healthy because we'll have that tinder pouch there healing us up after it's all finished. We can then split up the party. One of us would run up to Woodsmoke to get the Godspeard out of Woodsmoke that's not been purchased yet, because I believe there's still some in there. One of us could run down to Dryard's Lantern and look for a party heal weapon or item and potentially get the Godspeard there if we have enough gold. The third character would run up to the Glittering Mines to pull the whole team together. So we're accomplishing getting all of the Godspeard from the towns, checking the other town, potentially getting even more Godspeard from that, and then pulling everybody back together again with the Glittering Mines and saving a lot of time.
Okay. All right, so should we go ahead?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the amount of time we save is quite absurd.
Yeah, that is a lot, and that's like a big thing that I think that a lot of beginning players probably don't really recognize, especially going from like apprentice to all the way to masters, is that you have way more time because you have the chaos is like doubled, because I think it's 8 turns at apprentice level, it's 6 at journeyman, and it's 4 for chaos. And like,
yeah,
pathing, as I learned, is probably one of the top 3 things that you need to really understand. And this is why we're stopping at these points, because honestly, the beginning of this game and the pathing, and especially after the glittering mines, if you don't understand what you're doing, you start just kind of running around with your, like a chicken with their head cut off, you get destroyed in this game. Because it's what, and Sheldon, you mentioned this before, it's a lot of people complain that the game, what it is the term leveling up, or it scales up.
It outscales them.
It outscales them, but it's not outscaling you, it's that your pathing is terrible. And you have to try it. And this is why I try to even do this, because like I'm going through a master's run. I'm on my 5th one right now. It's like I stop to think about all, like, as best as I can, where I'm trying to go. And it has gotten me much further, because of my pathing is way cleaner than it's ever been. And you can get away with sloppiness in apprentice, but in masters you can't. Like, you just get destroyed. It scales up way too fast. So do you guys want to go ahead and do this first camp and then kind of see what happens there?
Yeah, it looks like you have enough movement, and I happen to have support range from the Sanctum, so you can just start the fight immediately. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have you go right there and drop the tinder pouch there, so Sheldon will have to trade the tinder pouch to you.
Okay.
You could drop the tinder pouch first and just not use it. Start the fight, and when we come out of the fight, step back in. Just step back into it again. Yeah.
I would say start the fight first, and then step backwards, and then slap the pouch.
Okay, so let's do this attack.
Yeah.
Now, while we're doing this, is there anything in chat where anyone has any questions? And I can't see chat, so you guys are gonna have to look.
Only I can see chat.
As far as I can tell, only Gods has claimed first message.
Okay, so real quick though, I don't have any focus, so I can't really guarantee really, really good strikes. Are we trying to make sure that we kill the Chaos Acolyte first, correct?
They're all Chaos Acolytes.
I'm sorry.
It's the one with the axe.
The one with the shield and the axe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'll be focusing on.
Now, I would probably just recommend don't bother piercing.
Yes.
Just get the...
I don't want to...
Go for your highest percentage attack.
That's a good start.
Okay.
If Mike gets a perfect roll on that acolyte, I may splash here. Oh, I go before him. Okay, that's kind of annoying. It's actually safer to do this. I would love to splash, but it's safer to do that.
Technically, he will burn before his round.
I'm not sure about that. If he does it and he hits you, you are very likely to die. You can take that risk if you want, but I would kill it. I do. Or okay. Okay.
So I went for the weaker guy to make sure I secured that kill right there, because I wasn't going to kill the other guy.
Sucks.
See, but that's the difference between how you can play the game. You can play it a little bit more on the riskier end. You can play it, and that's what's going to be fun for the 3 of us doing it. Yes,
because I was on the excuse me. I was thinking on the safer side. Mike was like, "No, I'm a greedy bitch. I'm gonna do the super risky play."
Yeah.
It wasn't yeah.
Well, so my thought process was he probably is going to burn. Sheldon's not quite sure. I'm like, well, I'm willing to take the risk that he will burn. And since I'm willing to take that risk, I might as well try a splash attack. And if I get it, great. And if I don't, then I just hit the guy I'm hitting anyway.
Well,
and I'm still hoping he'll just burn.
Right. Mike's risky play actually made sense. Because it wasn't like a super risky play. Because if his risky play failed, the axe guy would still die through burning. He may hit us, but he's still going to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we just got something really interesting there. Are you thinking of using the Barbat? And if you do I need to then hand you over the Gambeson because that's the equipment that I just picked up.
I would normally equip Barbat if I was still using Scholar's Book, but I do have Burnt Tome.
Okay.
So, in this case, no.
So I should actually go back to this.
Actually, hold on, don't move.
Just keep it right there, right?
You are exactly 2 hexes away from both the cave and the camp. If you moved one back, that's actually 3 hexes.
Yeah, where you're standing right now is actually the best place to put that tinder
perfect.
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
right where you're standing is actually the perfect spot for it. Yeah.
And then just rest.
Just rest
You
up.
want to limit the walking time as much as possible on all possible goals.
Sure.
Because the minimum roll any character can get in the Guardian Forest is exactly 2. So even at the worst case scenario, we can guarantee start those fights. And I can just start the fight because I'm still.
Yeah, you're
pretty
still
healthy.
in good shape. You're fully healthy and have 2 focus still.
Yeah.
Chaos Leader Camp.
Do we want to see? Now, I'm just curious. Why wouldn't you want to attack the Beastman? Do you just not
Because
want to get injured at all before it?
Correct. It's just making it a little more likely for the Chaos Leader to kill somebody.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we can fight the Beastman afterwards. Though,
Yes. Yep.
After we're healed. Yeah, I don't want to throw any extra risk. You don't want to mess around with Chaos Camps. You just don't. You can.
All right.
Okay, this one I would definitely
Pierce.
double
focus.
focus Pierce.
Double
Yeah.
focus Pierce, yeah. Okay, so I
Yes.
would have single focus, so you say double focus Pierce, because you just want to make sure I get that hit, correct?
The reason being is you're gonna level, which will restore 2 focus.
Oh,
That's why.
That's a great point. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Those are things that, like, definitely, those are the really, really small things that I think a lot of people don't recognize, is that they need to pay attention to that type of stuff.
Mike,
So
does your Pierce do 7?
Yeah, it only does 7.
I could splash and probably kill if you were to Pierce. Or you can go for your crazy, like, splash thing. That works too.
Well, if I do 11 splash, it would be 7 damage again with the armor there, assuming I get it. Otherwise, it might be less than 7. But I would be doing 6 damage splash if I do get it to the guys on the sides, which is kind of handy. So I'm.
I
gonna
guess
try
either.
that.
Okay. I should be able to splash that. Yes, I can. Nice.
Because you missed one of your rolls there, right?
Okay, here's an interesting note. 1 miss on the torch guy, he'll live. 1 miss on the pitchfork guy, he will not. So
Yes,
I would target the pitch.
I always
Yeah.
try to make sure the easier kill,
Yeah.
just because it saves life.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
want to reduce the number of attacks coming back at you.
Always.
Well, that was okay.
That's
Nice.
just a huge numbers game right there, is just doing that. And then this is an easy. Wow, that was pretty clean.
I know, right?
Nice-
Very clean fight.
Nice start. And now we all level up. Sheldon's the only one that's somewhat hurt.
Oh wow. Okay. that's a nice upgrade.
Yeah, that would allow Eddie's shield if we're still running around with one.
So are you
Yeah.
going... So let me try to anticipate
We're
this.
not, though.
You're going to use 1 focus point so you can get back to the camp so you can heal, right?
Yep. Either that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would like to fight the Beastman, but I'm not gonna be able to use the in if I do, so I'm just gonna do this. Hopefully I refocus. I do.
Yeah. So
That's why I love Scholar so much. So good.
Wait a
that.
minute. I thought you liked Herbalist more than Scholar.
Oh, you be quiet.
Okay.
You know, the other thing too is scholars have 4 focus starting the game as opposed to 3 like every other character.
We're doing
Uh,
great, Flu. Thank you for asking.
So should we go ahead and take on the Dark Cave, or should I just do the side attack real quick? Because I feel like it's pointless to do the side attack right now, that we should just go into the Dark Cave.
I'm agreeing.
Okay.
Yeah, I would just do the
cave. Okay.
Okay, we have a nice, we have some good health and decent armor, so we should be okay.
Okay, so now, we likely can't. Well,
So
you can kill
here's-
the ghost potentially, but would you rather work on the hag first, or
Well,
the?
actually, all of us can one-shot the hag. It's just a matter of who's going to do it.
I do not have an opportunity to go before the ghost, but I do have an opportunity to go before the hag, and I can one-shot that hag. So, and the ethereal dagger does additional damage against spirits and ghosts. So Sheldon should be able to do quite a bit of damage to that ghost.
So I should hurt the ghost.
And the order I'm thinking is Daddy-O, one focus hits ghost, I one focus hit ghost dies, Mike one focus hit hag dies, just leaving the acolyte.
Yep.
Okay, so
yeah.
I'm unfortunately gonna. The bad thing is I'm gonna want to. You want me to use one focus and attack, but the thing is what I just noticed is my camera is actually in front of all my attack stuff. So I'm actually gonna move my camera real quick. So give me guys a half a second here, because I don't want people to not see what percentages that we're doing this stuff.
You know, but when it comes to my turn, I want to see what my camera's covering as well.
Okay, so give me a second here. I apologize for this, everyone.
So the ghost and the hag both have the potential to curse your party, and we don't have a hag's bane. So, and curses are persistent. So usually when a group like this comes around, I'm looking to get rid of those
curses.
things that can curse me. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm cozying up really close to Mike now. So make sure, so it just looks, I'm a little off on camera, but that's okay because I want people to see what we're doing here. So apologize for that. Let me, so you guys wanted me to do one focus on the ghost, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. That's correct.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm no horseshoe Sheldon, but it's going pretty well for me right now.
I honestly forgot I had the dagger that does extra damage against ghosts.
That's what I was trying to point out. You should be able to do quite a bit of damage to that ghost.
I'm still going to focus it because the ghost does have high evade, so I'm still going to focus it. And then you can kill the hag. I thought I was still using Burnt Tome, to be honest. I forgot I switched the dagger. Perfect, and then we just swing. We all just swing now.
Yeah, no focus.
Yeah, there's no reason to focus that.
I was making another adjustment, so I think I saw what was going on there.
Really clean fight.
We're just trying to make sure we have a really clean podcast for all you guys, so you can see as much as humanly possible. All right, so that's a really good start.
So also, we've been sharing gold, and that's okay because none of us have gold multiplier right now. But once one of us gets gold multiplier, we won't be sharing gold. Just want to point that out.
Oh, okay.
So should I just go ahead and... Do I need to sell anything?
Only
if you have anything
that we want, and
you
there's
might
a
as
goblin
well
staff.
you might as well sell anything.
The hunting bow?
Because this is the best place to sell stuff.
I'll sell the hunting bow even though I lose the support range, right? Or would you want me to keep that for support just in case?
If only sell it if we need it to be sold.
Go ahead and keep your bow.
Okay.
So let's look at what's in the shop and decide what we would want to try to purchase.
Someone should not die in Perid. That would be bad flute.
Okay, so what are you gonna buy here, Sheldon?
Well,
Bellowing horn. Oh, too bad we can't get that.
I am kind of conflicted here.
There's a healing wand
Yeah.
that will provide a party heal.
Yep.
Yep.
There's a goblin staff, which is super OP for late game rush, although our team isn't really designed to do rush.
I'm almost thinking I pass up both the wand and the staff and just go for 3 Godspears.
And that's another option, yes.
Because buying the healing wand may prevent us from buying any more Godspears in the overworld, which would be really bad.
It would pretty much use up all of our gold that we have.
I'm thinking I do this.
Yep.
And hell, I can buy a Panics too, because might as well.
I wanted some really nice slippers to wear. You guys didn't even ask my opinion.
Well,
all right.
What's your
opinion?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. trying to inject some life into the podcast to have a little bit of fun here too.
Okay, Flute, who would you volunteer to die in Parid?
Mike.
Okay. Me? Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Taking one for the team.
So what do you mean by die on grid?
No, it was just in his stream. He
Yeah,
said
someone in my stream said someone should die in Parid to make it more fun.
Why?
That's what I was saying. I was like, why?
Because it would be more fun to watch us try to recover from a death.
I'm hoping this entire game is squeaky clean. No deaths at all. Just a clean whitewash.
I'm going to just hit the Bone Trickster here without any focus, because I think we
That's
can
fine.
kill him with at least your dagger.
I can do it. Okay, that did like nothing.
Because we're all doing physical damage right now, so...
Yep. And just like before, I go before the hag.
Yeah, my damage is basically true damage because I pierce. I always pierce, I believe. with my
Oh, you
weapon.
always pierce. It's not a percent, like, you got to get full attack.
I'll double check right here, but I'm pretty sure it's an always pierce,
Yeah, it's an always pierce.
which is really nice. Let me see. It is. Yeah, it's an always pierce. Look at that. Yeah, one miss, still pierced. Really good. So nice. Only I took damage, so only I need the in. That's kind of nice. I might as well collect the gold because I'm going to be using it.
Hey!
Perfect runs is boring. Salvaging runs is fun.
So I'm going to equip it. So the reason why I picked the heavy bow is evasion, support, and on top of it, too, I get called shot activated with the
On
hunter.
top of it, now I can use your shield too. That's another thing, which is
Okay.
nice.
So let me pass over the wood parma. Give that there. I just want to show people real quick the dagger. What he was talking about is it ignores armor no matter what. So that's what he was talking about, that it doesn't have a percentage to do that.
Yeah. Really good weapon to get early on in the game. The dagger can even last you a bit into the Golden Plains and the Isles too, for a little bit.
Oh, how nice.
I know, right? Ooh,
Okay,
I
that's
can-
some gold multiplier.
So I'm going to pass that over to Sheldon,
I'll use it, yeah.
because then I can get the evasion. Now the Gambison, should I have actually been the one to equip that, or should we have given it to somebody else?
If no one's using talent, then whoever is lacking armor resistance should just put on the Gamison.
If it's not in use, but since
Hold
you're
on.
using it, it's fine. Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
As long as somebody's using it.
So,
Yeah, as long as someone's using it.
So now what is the plan here?
Okay, so we still have a tinder available to us if we need, and Sheldon's really the only one that's injured. Sheldon, do you want me to do the run to Woodsmoke? I got a pretty good move here. I could go get the Godspirit over in Woodsmoke.
Well, the problem is, well, actually, I could just in the pouch.
I just need 27 gold.
Yes, you do need 27 gold here. So yeah, you could do the run to Woodsmoke.
All right. I could do the run to Woodsmoke. Oop.
Fight it. We're all in range of that.
Use every focus I have, right? Okay,
Nice shot.
I didn't do that.
Let me have that gold. Let me have the 3
Yeah,
gold.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have what I need.
Okay, like, you can get the golden hero for us too.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
and I can-
You got the luring pool too.
Yeah, there's no need to end flute. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it in the pouch.
I'm able to entertain next to that carnival.
So do you guys want me to go up to the glittering mines to get ready to pull everyone together?
At this point, I believe. Well,
Or do you
hold
want to
on.
attack anybody down below? My assumption is we want to go up north.
We have so much. I may actually consider
Actually-
grinding a few enemies.
Yeah, the two of you can.
Can you help
Go
me
ahead.
kill this?
Yeah, I'll go attack
Go
it
ahead.
right now.
I think we might need to grind a little bit just so we can pipe, because
Yeah, we
We
want a
can't-
little bit more gold.
Okay.
I mean we could go in with 10 God Spears, but no pipe. That's kind of.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
There you go.
Okay. Phew!
Deleted. Someone put the deleted in Sheldon's stream.
Deleted, yeah. Oh.
I think I'll keep that because I'm greedy.
If you could only see my face.
Well, we can.
Oh.
Oh, I should
Slight
have.
mistake.
I should have used a focus. I should have done meditate on
Yes.
those
Yeah.
are the little things that
Tiny mistake.
tiny
Yeah.
mistakes but that's where you really need to like clean that stuff up as a player trying to do stuff in Masters, because you want to maximize everything that you can. I'm actually kind of glad I made that mistake. I meant to do that.
All right. So, yeah, me and Daddy are just gonna just do random fights, just to get a little bit of extra gold here.
You can't kill the Beastman by yourself, can you?
No. Something's gonna hit us.
So I tried to go for a full kill on the Beastman.
That's fine.
That's fine. Oh,
Could have also
don't
tried to
that.
do a one shot on the Timberwolf.
Well, I'm glad I wasted my but
I was pretty much expecting one of those enemies to hit us.
my hope was I could kill the Beastman and he could kill the Timberwolf with the dagger. So my hope was if we could maximize both attacks, we wouldn't have gotten like hit really at all.
And then I'll assist Mike. Okay, Mike and I can do this. Well, we're getting the extra fights I've been looking for. I can probably pipe with that.
By the way, the YouTube comments have been really positive overall. So thanks everyone for.
You might as well meditate.
You want me to just meditate?
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks everyone to all the positive comments on YouTube. Feel free to ask questions on YouTube as well too, and we would like to address them in future episodes. I know a couple people want to see a run of Scholar Busker Minstrel. So that's something that I know Sheldon used to run all the time, and Mike knows really well too. So that could be something that we do in the future.
Yeah, I used to run a team all the time.
And I have
You
enough
can-
left
and-
to end.
Right. Okay, I have a decent amount of money. I'll just random fights by you. Might as well just head over to you. Can I have your gold?
So when we do the glittering mines, it's going to remove 2 chaos. We only have 1 on the timeline right now, so we got lots of extra time.
We have loads of extra time, yeah.
Yeah, Daddy-O, one thing I might recommend that you do on your turn here,
Just start.
since you have the ability to do it right now, is to literally step on that night market in the daytime.
Okay.
That way later on we could check it when night comes. So just step on it, and then you'll end up coming back north afterwards, but it just gives us a chance to see what's in that night market
Makes sense.
later on.
I really see what you're doing is you don't trust me to fight with you guys. You just want me to stay away from the action as much as possible, correct?
No, that's not the intent.
No, that's not correct.
Well, more fights.
Okay, yeah. I guess we'll take this one in the
Might
back.
as well take these. We have so much free time, it's just absurd.
Yeah, we got really, that's the one thing we should probably point out. We got really lucky with the grouping of all of the camps and the dark
We
cave.
did.
And like, so that's going to be something that, of course, the Golden Plains, you'll see how spread out everything is, but the Guardian Forest can be difficult if stuff is scattered all about. So you really should take the time. But the cool thing is if you do have this luxury, is try to maximize it as much as humanly possible.
I can fight the hag. I'll take that.
All right. There you go.
Cool. Thank you.
And gold for you as well.
Give me that gold. Maybe able to buy golden roots on top of it all. That's kind of nice. Extra, like, we want all the God's beards. We have plenty of God's beards at this point.
Yeah, we like playing teams that have a busker or the gladiator because both have entertain, and entertain just gets you so much gold passively throughout the game.
Gladiator, I personally feel Gladiator is by far the best hero right now. I just think with his speed and the mere fact that he can hold on to strength weapons, which are the most powerful weapons, it's unfortunate for people that have consoles such as myself, even though I know we're playing this on computer, is that Gladiator is such a good hero. So you just want me to start going towards the mine right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay within range of those beastmen, but
Yeah,
Sure.
we can join you for those two fights.
Okay.
You can entertain right here, Mike.
I can.
For a little bit of extra money. You're getting a lot of low rolls on those entertains, man.
I am only 4, pretty low.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and do that. So right now we're just casually just doing random fights. We are not pressured at all.
Mm-hmm.
We have the luxury of not having to worry about anything. That's pretty good. Do you want to equip that, Mike? Or do you
Yeah,
like
yeah, I probably will.
Okay,
Yeah, it's 1 damage better than I had
it's
before.
1 damage better. And you can use this shield now.
Thank you.
That is a vitality weapon, correct?
No, the old short sword's strength.
Oh, that
It's
is strength. Okay. Do you guys want me to go ahead and tack this Beastman warrior up here, correct?
Yes. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well. I don't think we need to focus anything. We're like totally fine.
Okay. Oh, that was not a good roll.
Yeah, Mike can focus because he's gonna level heal, so it's fine for him to do it.
Oh,
Nice.
he was 1 away. But of course he'll get there. So then I'm just gonna go. We don't need to worry about we now need to go towards the mines, right?
The mines, yeah. Now we head to the mines at this point.
Okay.
Make sure you go here because that is where the lost supplies are.
Do you know that? See, I told you he does. He
So-
knows everything.
I know it's 100% there. You
Yeah.
want to know my reasoning?
Why?
So look at all the hexes around it.
Yeah.
They have been explored, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any scenario in which we could have explored those hexes, but somehow not this one?
Oh, so it like re-showed up. I didn't even know that it actually shows
Yes.
back up. Like that's a
Yes,
neat little
yeah.
trick. That's a first.
Yes, that's how I know it's 100% there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
clever.
Yeah.
That's actually a great extra tip because I would have just thought for some reason we somehow didn't get close to that. which actually
No, I can give you logical reasons why it's impossible for that to be unknown.
That question
have you
mark
not?
is, that purple question mark is the hobo.
I could try to unlock Hobo for Daddy if I have enough money here.
You don't have enough money, but you could just trigger him. He stays in the whole rest of the game.
I might. Early game, Hobo's pretty cheap.
I thought he was 50. I thought he was $50. Oh, there's a white loot in there. There's your party here.
Oh well, never mind then. We'll just okay. Never mind. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we can get Hobo later.
Yeah, don't.
White loot. Yeah, okay.
I could care less. I mainly play on the council anyways, so like, don't worry about it.
I am curious. How much is he? I'm just curious. Yeah, I knew that was there. Okay. Oh, you're right, Mike.
Okay.
I would not purchase it anyway.
It's 40, so I was close.
Okay. Oh, oh, never mind. Okay, so turns out my slight mistake ended up not being.
And then the lost supplies are right where he said they would be.
You just want me? You want me to just go ahead and pick that up?
Go ahead and pick that up, and then go ahead and hand that tinder pouch to me.
Good. I needed a cold drink. And then
nice.
Okay.
So we have 10 God Spears, a pipe, and a party heal with improved weapons. That is super good.
Well, because pretty much you have the 3 best FTK players like alive playing together, so this is just going to happen this way, right?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. Really good. Yeah, really good jump start.
All right, I could take us into the Glittering Mines.
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna just regain that focus pretty much immediately.
Okay, so you guys pretty much now were able to tell what we were trying to accomplish with making sure we got all the God Spears we could out of the towns. We had extra time because we weren't so pressured by chaos, so now we felt like we're ready for the Glittering Mines here. And what's going to be really interesting is how we get through the Glittering Mines and definitely the next part of this.
I already have one, so...
Oh, you do?
Sheldon.
But I don't want that.
I don't need this either, so I'll just click that.
We're not currently using talent.
I'm actually going to keep that the entire game.
That does have Rush on it.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, though, should I actually put, even though I get less awareness, should I put that on for stun immunity? Or
probably not.
Okay.
Probably not worth it.
Probably not. No. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to show everybody the decent loot and why you're going to keep it all game long?
Well, the reason I keep it all game long is it does a single target rush, and there is a particular cheese that requires party rush that only works if you have at least another person doing a single target rush. What's nice about the single target rushes is they are 2 focus on the talent. Now, pretty much any class in the game can do this rush, even if you have absolutely no talent at all, because 2 focus is nothing. At the end of the game, if you do the entire game well, you should have bajillion focus restore items. So I will go ahead and keep the decent loot, probably for Daddy-O in the future. If I ever get Tome of Wonder or Goblin Staff, we could, once we get to the tower, probably in the far future, I can always give this the decent loot, and then Daddy-O can just always 2 focus the decent loot for the rush on me, and then I just rush the party while Mike kills everything. So that's the reason why I'm going to keep decent loot. I will sell it if I end up finding a better tier of the same weapon, but for now I'm going to keep it.
Okay, so here's kind of like a side point. So you guys were doing a bunch of the attacking, and during that time, you guys actually got the Traveler's Tunic, which is probably better for myself. Do you actually start like unequipping and re-equipping stuff at this time to kind of make guys a little bit stronger?
I'm glad you mentioned that because I completely forgot Mike had that equipped. So you guys should definitely swap chest pieces here.
We definitely should swap chest pieces.
I'm glad you actually mentioned that because I forgot about that.
Okay.
Because it does make perfect sense to swap because it does buff you.
And you guys don't have any other extra gear because I pretty much have nothing. I could, oh, that's right. I could put the kettle helm on, but I don't know if I want to lose the awareness.
Okay. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some boots.
Okay, tell you what. I can fix the problem. So go and wear that if you want to wear something.
Okay. And you're going to put it on. Okay, so we're a little bit more
I can put the kettle
balanced.
helm on, because the kettle, now it won't nerf you.
Yes. Okay, so
There you
now
go.
we're a little more
Little better.
balanced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, leave the pixie to me.
Okay.
Yeah, the ethereal dagger does extra damage against that pixie.
Yeah. And Mike can still kill that shaman, too. Ooh, 23 crit.
little overkill.
Yeah, a little overkill.
Oh, great. Now we can just do normal attacks.
Crit again. Man, I just love breezing through the game like this.
Kind of makes it look like we know what we're talking about. Or I should say what you guys are talking about. I'm trying to lump myself in there. So I should pass this, of course.
Yep.
Give it to the strength hero.
I could have used a lockpick there, but
That's alright.
I had a 90% on that.
Yeah. Save the lockpick on like 3 check doors or something.
Yeah.
Now, probably here, I'm just going to want to hit one of these bone fighters.
Yeah.
Not with really any focus either.
Nope.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Nice.
Holy cow. Now, I would have to use my heavy draw, but I'm thinking that I should probably just hurt the bone fighter here, and then we can kill both of them.
Not worried about any damage here.
Okay.
At all. So if he hits us, it's fine. We all have good armies, like 2 damage or something.
Okay.
Or even 1. Even better.
Wow, it's pretty crazy to not even really use much focus either.
I know. When you have such powerful weapons like
Alright,
this,
that shield is actually better than my wooden parma, potentially.
just swaps
One less armor, but 1 more magic resist. I'll
Yeah.
take it.
more balanced. Okay, my
Alright.
magic damage is high end. Never mind.
Now you've been nerfed.
I can still kill the pixie, but
You could still probably kill the pixie. We should take
I
out
was
the ghost.
gonna one shot the ghost, but now I can't.
No. Fatty and I will try to take out the ghost. Daddy-o.
I'm probably being a little bit too conservative with my focus there.
That's fine. Mike can still kill it.
Okay.
Well,
So
I got
you can actually do a little bit of math when you're attacking. So let's say you and Mike go before an enemy. You can add your guys' attacks. If you know the weapon checks of your characters, you'll know how much damage reduction happens if you were to miss a check.
Yeah.
So you can gamble how many missed checks you can actually get away with. That can determine how much focus, if you have to use focus or not.
Sure.
So 11 and 14 being 25, that allows one of you, actually that allows only Daddy-o to miss a check to still be able to kill it, because 1 check missed on Mike, since Mike's is a 2-check weapon, that is 7 damage, so that's 7 and 11, so that would not be a kill. So that would mean Mike would have to focus and you would not.
But the one thing
That
I
makes
should also
sense.
pay attention to is if Mike has any focus or not, or if he's running low, maybe it'd be better
Yes.
for me to do 1 just to make sure he doesn't have to use any.
Yes, that too. That's another good point.
Now, I wanted to make sure I got that 4 damage, so that's why I did 1 focus there. To try to make sure.
I was fine. Totally fine with me.
I'll take those.
Do you not have boots? I guess you didn't.
He
Okay.
he passed him to me.
yeah.
He was being a friendly person. Now we
Yeah,
got
it's kind
the
of
same
funny.
boots.
Sometimes I watch those streamers where all their buddies are arguing over every little piece of armor and gold. You know, it's like that team.
I know we are pretty in good shape, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that anyways.
You are. I'm
yeah.
shocked
He
by
often
that.
does it. He often does it just for the focus alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I would have not done that. Okay.
Yeah. I usually do. Yeah. I usually always use a tinder pouch here.
Okay.
Yeah. Even in that position, we would only have to be perfect everything practically. Like, if Mike was missing like one focus, I would have probably not done it. But see, he was missing 2. He was missing 3.
But if I knew you were going to do that, then I should have probably used a little bit more focus.
So the other reason I did it is the probability of me using a tinder pouch anywhere else in the game is almost 0. So all I would need to do is then get 2 tinder pouches throughout the game to make sure I have 4 for the tower, which I should be able to do. That's another reason I just go ahead and did it. Because I'm pretty confident we're gonna have 4 tinder pouches by the time we need them. Okay, it looks like I have to kill that.
That's kind of what I was anticipating. Now, we can debate if I should have gone off the bones after the bone soldier or not, but
Yeah, sorry. Me and Mike probably just auto ran that fight in our heads, and we just kind of just attacked. Like,
yeah, but I'm always leading the attack, so like I'm kind of making the first choice almost every single time. So there's
that's a good point.
a
That's
level
good
of
point.
level of something that I need to be, and it's actually a good position to be in, especially if I'm still learning, of course, with you guys. Is like being first. There is a level of like trying to anticipate the entire fight.
You would dictate what we attack. Good. Yeah, I didn't actually think of it that way, but that's actually true.
I just want to have a scroll for myself. I feel like I'm missing out.
That's definitely true when you're playing co-op. If you're playing solo, it doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
all right, let's see. Oh my god. Okay.
Daddio, you're gonna level after this fight, so there's no reason why you shouldn't use at least 2 focus in this fight.
Okay. So
Hold on, let me do a little bit of math here.
should I use? I could use heavy draw and use a bunch of focus on him.
We are 1 damage short on the troll, unless if I'm miscalculating.
Even if I do heavy draw and we hit.
If you heavy draw, okay. If you're gonna heavy draw, I would probably use 2 focus because you are gonna level heal, like Mike said.
Nice.
Okay, now we can kill it. Okay. Okay, that's a big
Perfect.
damage enemy out of the way. Like that.
I'm not used to these jungle.
Okay, the
Kobolds.
guy with the bow, I don't think can do anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and target him, even though he was the next on the timeline. So yeah, unfortunately, my reasoning for not attacking him first has to do with my knowledge of enemy attacks. Other people are not gonna know that.
But that's the other thing is too. There's going to be an element where people need to play the game a lot to do what the enemies do. Like,
right.
We're still trying to give
because otherwise, me and Mike would probably stay in general, go for the guy who goes next as a general rule to follow. I ended up breaking that rule because I knew the enemy that went next was an enemy that can't do anything.
Yeah.
So I kind of, yeah. Go ahead and collect that.
Nice.
Okay. I like that. You missed the 2 chaos fights, like the 2 chaos camp fights, the dark cave, a few random fights, and half of the mines is what you missed.
I don't think I. Okay, now I can sell my hunting bow and my worn trident. There's no need to have those.
Okay, jeez, 13 Godspears in the mines. What the heck? Okay, I'm definitely buying that because that's useful.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check out this shop just to see. So you bought a bunch of Godsbeards. Anything else that you're thinking of buying?
I also bought an iron foil hat because
I was gonna say the iron foil hat's gonna give you confused immunity later on.
yeah, that was the other one I want to make sure we have 3 confused immunities. One for the Mind Lord,
Mm-hmm.
two for the Royal Troll if it's in our game, and 3 for the Time Lord if he's in our game.
Okay.
Those are the 3 enemy types that you need confusion for.
Okay. So then the other thing is too, while I'm looking in here, so there's breakable weapons in here, and I'm not saying the Goblin Blade is any good that we would want to buy that, but what is your kind of rule of thumb, guys, when it comes to breakable weapons? Do you stay away from them? Does it need to have 3 to 4 checks? What are you looking for there?
I'm fine with a breakable weapon if it's at least 3 checks or more.
Okay.
Yep.
I know there's a Bandit Glaive later on in the game. It's a 16 damage awareness weapon that is breakable, but it's a 4 check, so breaking a 4 check is really difficult. You would have to be quite talented to break a 4 check, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's good for people to know that because, you know, there's some really powerful weapons that, like, I'm sure tantalize people to buy, but then it's got, like, 1 check on it and you, like, insta-break it the first time you use it, so...
Yeah. You can get rid of acid by a Panics or by a Precious Pearl. Or by a... Or by a sugary beverage. That too will work. You have a
So,
lockpick, you said, Mike?
I
Someone
do
have a
have,
lockpick?
yeah, this one I'm going to save my focus for the battle, so I'm going to go ahead and use my lockpick.
Because I was about to say, you might need that focus to bleed the boss, which would be huge.
Yep.
So bleeding, you temporarily, you typically leave that for enemies that have a lot of health, right?
Yeah.
Yes, enough health where you can't, like, focus it down fast enough.
Okay.
Because you have to have bleed have enough opportunities to tick. If they're going to be dead before the bleed goes off, then there's no point using the bleed attack at all.
Right.
So we're not going to be able to kill the Chaos Priest. I'm assuming we go after one of the bone soldiers.
Yes, always. Yeah, I usually try to take the bone soldiers out first because you don't want to have lots of
Thank you
damage
for the
coming back
subscription,
at you.
Super. I appreciate it.
That's awesome.
Glad you're enjoying the content.
Glad you guys are supporting Sheldon. Okay, so I'm gonna definitely want to use 1 focus point always now because I'm shocked. And
Yep.
I don't have a Panics to get rid of the lightning, even though I probably wouldn't use it anyways.
Right, you know, yeah, Panic Shock is, like, hardly ever
Yeah,
useful.
not something you really want to do.
Mike, you actually want to kill the soldier?
I can.
I think you should this time.
All right, so we don't take the damage that guy
Yeah,
would do.
I would rather limit the damage here.
I got to focus this.
Yeah, you don't need the pierce, luckily. There we go. That was a good time to glory. Snake berries, Snake barrels, thanks, Stadio, for the 4-part series. I am new, and it was an aha moment to figure out all the things I was doing wrong.
There's a lot of things that the more experience you get, the more you're going to understand what bad habits you may have had this whole time.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I mean, I've gone a long way just in the few weeks of working with these guys, from like literally getting my butt kicked in Masters, running through Apprentice and Journeyman pretty easily, but then just struggling through Masters, and now I am getting close to the end game in one of my games. I just got through the King's Maze, and I've actually have 3 lives right now. So the stuff that I've learned from these guys has been huge, getting me to the next level.
All right, Sheldon.
Yes, do it.
Okay.
You don't have to ask.
Yeah,
I know what
so
you're thinking.
That
Yeah.
was getting to the point of being in death range, and
Yeah.
you don't want to risk it, especially if you don't
No.
have a Sanctum as a backup.
That's the thing is too. So I don't know this. Can he do 23 damage to me?
No, so Mike could not get one-shotted, but what could happen is the boss does have a random effect attack. So if Mike took damage along with a random interrupt, he would die.
Okay.
So yeah. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah. That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm getting some good rolls here.
Nice.
I would say that was a really good first biome.
We only used one Godsbeard the entire biome, I think. So
Yep.
that Godsbeard right there was the only Godsbeard we used the entire Act 1. I'm
nice.
pretty sure. Wow.
So
Well, you're actually always guaranteed a tier 2 chest piece from this boss.
Yeah,
by the way,
that's
so.
true. I guess I shouldn't be that
Yeah.
excited. Maybe I
Yeah,
just
you're
get
always-
really excited.
And
And
you're
you're
always...
also guaranteed the portal scroll, as you know. Yeah.
Thank you. You're guaranteed the chest piece, level 2. You just don't know which one you'll get, and you're guaranteed the portal. So it's usually a good idea to use that portal after you exit the Glittering Mines.
Okay. There we go.
He was our highest talent character.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Actually, we don't need the portal this actually.
Yeah, so when you come out of the Glittering Mines, if the Glittering Mines had been near Woodsmoke, like really, really far away from where Perid is, then you would want to portal your way over to Perid. Because Perid is actually within relative walking distance, we don't need to use the portal. So that's kind of lucky. You do want to get to Perid as quickly as possible,
Mhm.
and then you want to search the Golden Plains looking for its hidden mini dungeon.
Okay, so let's I realize that we're gonna go to Perid, but this is gonna be like a really big open-ended question. So do you guys feel that this is the most critical point in the game? So there's a town refresh that happens in I always say 15 days, which is inaccurate. It's supposed to be 15 turns because there's like a day spans pretty much, it's like 15 turns, right? So pretty much if you see at the top of your bar, we're about to go into night. Pretty much we have all the way until the full day that goes through. So the 15 turns and night happens, everything's going to refresh and all the side quests get elevated. All the other stuff gets elevated, but there are now 3 biomes to travel to.
This is where like 95% of newcomers get shredded is this point. Because most people will go to Perid and then they'll immediately start grinding enemies in the Golden Plains, and that's where the game will kick your butt.
So
So-
if you notice, all of us are level 2. People, when they come out of Glittering Mines, they're level 2, and they're looking for ways to increase their level. So they start to grind enemies in the Golden Plains because they just don't know what else to do.
Mhm.
Not
Okay.
just that. The game tells you what to do, but everything you need to do is level 5. And they're going to be level 2, like Mike said. So that's why people think, oh, well, I need the level, so I guess we just fight random things.
Mhm.
Which is not what you do.
Yeah.
That's actually get you killed.
So you want to get healed and get your focus restored, and then you want to fight either thief type enemies
Like the
or
bandit.
like the bandit, or you want to go find the catacombs. And if you find the catacombs within the first 15 rounds, it will be level 3, which is the closest you can really be
Mhm.
for where your party level is currently at. It's something that you can handle. So you want to avoid actually many of the enemies that the Golden Plains spawn because they're just really, really dangerous.
Okay.
Triclopses, bison tors, hobgoblins, bloodbirds, thunderhawks, you name it. Almost everything in the Golden Plains is dangerous. So you basically just want to find the catacombs and complete it while getting healed up.
And then
Now,
what do you do beyond that then? What are the other goals that we're trying to accomplish like at this point? And also, like, does it make a difference between what you do in the Burning Forest compared to what you would do in the Poison Bog? Because for some weird reason, I always get the Poison Bog. This is like one of the rare times I got the Burning Forest.
So after you go to Perid and it tells you your main quest line, you're unable to do the main quest line immediately. So what you have to do is you do have to increase your level and equipment to be able to prepare for that. But you want to do that by doing all the guaranteed optionals in the game. So what I mean by guaranteed optionals is every town has a quest. So you can do a reduced chaos quest. So that's a guaranteed optional. Every biome has a mini dungeon. That's a guaranteed optional. So you pretty much want to know. You gotta know what all the optional things are, and you want to do those in the right order. That is based off of your party level, and you want to keep doing that until you're finally level 5, and then you can finally do the main quest line. This is where the pathing part comes in. Where me and Mike tell you to do this certain pathing. That's what we're talking about. We're basically telling you to do all the optionals in a certain order.
Now the other thing that the Catacombs will get you is the gold that you need to get a boat. So after we complete the level 3 Catacombs, we basically want to get the heck out of the Golden Plains. Everything in there is dangerous. We want to get to Devil's Wharf, trigger the side quest from Devil's Wharf. It'll be level 4 if you get to it within the 15 rounds, and then also try to find the Dark Cave mini dungeon in the Rogue Isles, which will be level 3, another fight that we can handle.
So now onto the quest board. So I actually got this question. Someone had joined me on stream this morning, and I know we had kind of talked about this in the first episode, but they were wondering how often should I do gold as a side quest? Like, what should I do as a side quest? Now, I had told them you never do gold as a side quest. What you should be doing is either doing reduced chaos, or in some instances, particular items. Again, I know we talked about this in the not in the Glittering Mines, but in the Guardian Forest. You said that there's no good items there. Are there any particular items here that you would think about doing?
Yes, there are 3 items that I consider here.
Okay.
One of them is the Goat Wizard Staff, which is basically a tier higher than we are currently in the game. So currently right now, we are in the tier 2 phase of the game. The Goat Wizard Staff is a tier 3 intelligence weapon that you literally get for free. All you have to do is go to the spot it's located and you get it. No fight required.
Okay.
Very, very powerful weapon, and make sure that you can kill things way faster, which limits your healing through Godspeed. So definitely worth getting that over Chaos for sure. Another item, the second item, is Boots of Might, which is basically an end game boots for a strength character. Gives you 4 physical damage and 4 strength. That pretty much guarantees where you never have to switch out boots ever again for the strength character. The strength character will start doing loads of damage throughout the entire game through an armor piece. Again, really good. Limit the damage by killing enemies faster, not having the Godspear. The third one, not as useful as the 2 I said, but still decent, is the curved bow quest for a trapper, hunter, treasure hunter, whatever. It's an awareness weapon. You do have to fight something to get that, where the other 2, you just pick it up and you get it. But it requires you to kill a Bone Bard camp, and Bone Bards are one of the few enemies in the Golden Plains you actually can fight.
Okay.
So and that weapon's also a tier 3 weapon, so it's a big jump boost. Those 3 items I would definitely go ahead and do if they're available. Unfortunately, in this town they're not. We have a crappy sapphire rod.
You wouldn't pick a single check breakable weapon that you can't focus as the item that you want to equip?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right, so we'll pick reduce chaos here.
So, by the way, master difficulty, you would never choose a gold quest.
Yeah.
Item quest or reduce chaos. But if you're doing apprentice level, yeah, you can do a gold quest. You have the time to do that.
Yeah, and
with lower difficulties.
That's a great distinction, because again, you don't have chaos staring you down in the face, and if you end up finding a weapon that you really like to upgrade or something like that you can buy or something like that, it may not hurt. Or if you're like behind and trying to get some Godsbeards and all that, that's probably not a bad idea.
Chaos.
Hey,
what the heck is chaos?
So you've spawned the side quest and the camp has appeared on the map.
Yes, and I'm pointing that out right now.
if you look at the level, it's level 4. Okay. Our party is currently level 2. You should not attempt to go kill that right away. That's suicide.
But
okay,
yeah.
If you look at the top left of your screen, that we have 20 rounds before that expires. We're going to come back to it maybe in 15 rounds after we've had a chance to get ourselves leveled up and improve our weapons. So one of the things I see, people kill themselves on those camps because they don't know that they shouldn't immediately go after
I've
them.
also had viewers of mine that found it very odd I would shoot off 2 Chaos Quests and then I immediately run away from them, ignore them. I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Yes, this is the greatest next point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what a lot of people don't realize too is that this is why we talked about pathing and what you're trying to do within this first 15 rounds or first 15 turns is that when you wait until the next refresh occurs, which is what we were just talking about, and then you unlock the side quest, it's a level 6 Chaos Henchman cap. And both Sheldon and Mike did a VOD review and saw me having no choice but to just go against this camp, and I was toast. I literally just got obliterated. So
a round is every character taking their turn.
Yes.
That's a round.
And that's why, like, if you look at the very top, it's pretty much 15 bars up here. So the next time it gets around night, that's when the refresh is going to happen because it's 15 rounds after the Glittering Mines. So you want to unlock these so they're level 4, doing exactly what Mike was saying. Then don't attack them right away. Go do the side quests, like what we want to do is try and find the Catacombs here, because those are that's level 3. We can get some gold, we can level up, we can go into what I call as the islands, because I still can't remember the name of that biome, and we'll go run around there, because those are also the stuff out there is actually cheaper too. And we can do a few things out there and unlock some of those chaos camps and all that, and then come back to this when we're much better prepared.
If you look at the time bar at the top of the screen and you count how many segments are on that time bar, you'll count that there's 14. Although there are 15 segments per day. There are normally 5 night segments. You're only seeing 4 right now. Because we're inside the first one.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 15 round town refresh is a full day. We came out of the Glittering Mines with 5 night segments on our timeline. So I know that when we get to 5 segments of night just about to activate, that's when that full day has completed, and we'll have the town refresh occur at that point. So I can kind of keep track how many rounds am I away from my town refresh occurring.
Mike, I think you thought ahead exactly what I was going to recommend. Is you saw the Sanctum, didn't you?
Well, a couple of things as to why I did not head to Perid.
I actually agree that you didn't too.
Okay. You want to split up your party to search the Golden Plains as quickly as possible because you're looking for the hidden catacombs. I knew that I'm also only 9 experience points away from leveling. When you uncover something that's hidden, you gain experience every time that happens. If I can uncover 2 or 3 items, I will probably heal just from finding things while walking in the biome.
That's another good tip that I didn't know about. That's awesome.
Well, what's also nice about that is on the off chance that Mike happens to not find anything and not level heal, he is literally heading toward a Sanctum that's perfect for him.
Yes.
So it's very safe for him to go this way. I'm actually very glad he did this.
So you zoomed in, because how I was zoomed out, I couldn't even see the Sanctum. So zooming in and out actually gives you a different angle to see some of this stuff.
Yeah, I often will zoom in to see the I do this for sea caves all the time. If I can't quite see the water and clouds, I will like squint underneath the clouds. Like, is that a sea cave? It's like, yes. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a grand sanctum of focus ahead of me that's going to provide confuse immunity for my character. And as I am the strength character, when we get to the end game, I'm going to want to use Hildebrants reserve potions that increase my damage output but cause confuse debuff. If I have that sanctum, I am immune to that debuff and I can use Hildebrants reserves freely.
Nice.
Which is really nice.
And it will heal me to my max, which is great. Before I do move, though, I also want to point out that the night markets can be checked because we visited them both while it was daytime. And in the night market, next to Woodsmoke, you can actually find that there's a goat wizard staff in the night market near Woodsmoke. So we were talking earlier about the item side quests from Perid, and if we're looking for an item side quest for a goat wizard staff, if you look at the night market near Woodsmoke, you will actually see an example of the goat wizard staff in that night market right now.
Sorry, I was looking at the wrong night market. Okay.
Nice. Okay, so just so we can transition down a little bit here. So I've got about 10 minutes or so left until I need to get going here. So first, are there any questions in Sheldon's chat that they would like answered? And any other things that we may want to consider here moving forward? Or are we just pretty much now going to try to execute this plan and start running around and finding the catacombs first before we go purchase a boat?
We're going to try to find the catacombs, and probably we can end it at that.
Probably the catacombs if we find it quick.
Okay, so the difference between the Poison Bog, and we could probably just start moving around and talking at the same time now. Any difference between how you approach the burning forest over the Poison Bog?
Actually, I kind of approach both of them the same way.
Yeah,
Okay.
same way.
And the way I approach it is I stay the hell out of them.
Yeah.
What you do instead is you get on a boat. Sail to the Rogue Isles first. Get the Dark Cave spawned from the Rogue Isles. Get the side quest from Devil's Wharf spawned from the Rogue Isles.
Okay.
Then you can go towards either the bog or the burning forest, but approach it from the water. Sail around the edge.
Okay.
You could run into the interior and then have them immediately get pulled back onto the boat. Sail a little bit more. Run into the interior. Have them get pulled back to the boat. Sail a little bit more. Right, so you search out those biomes from the water's edge, always pulling that person back into their boat again.
Can you pipe, Daddy-O?
Sure. I am totally for upgrading. So this is where you generally like to pipe, is around, like, at least do one level here at this point, right? If I
haven't already, yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Now, do you want me to spread
for improved weapons?
Do you want me to spread out and go more into the center, or do you want me to actually go any other direction? Just kind of follow you, or go kind of center?
So I want these 4 hexes revealed, and then you can just head straight left. One more, actually probably 2 more.
Well, we got that.
I highly doubt it's next to the alluring pool, but
Okay.
you can check if you want. But
Just want to make sure.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't often see 2 landmarks literally touching each other.
Sure.
I don't know if they can. I actually haven't seen enough. I haven't paid attention enough times to like test that, but I don't think they can.
The one interesting thing is when you guys put a marker down in the map, if I actually click on it, it won't move me. So that's why I struggle to move when you guys put markers down. It's really weird. I'm like, I have to click on the outside of it.
Okay, I'm gonna also demonstrate a little bit of a trick.
Oh, I like this trick. Yeah.
Okay, my character can't pass through that bone magician without getting into a really nasty fight all by myself. And let's say that I want to be able to view these hexes behind him.
Yep.
So what you could do is you could pretend like you're going to start a fight,
Reveal.
which reveals those hexes, and then just retreat from it.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes.
a way to search out something behind an enemy without actually beginning that fight.
Or going through them. Yeah.
Or going through them or sneaking, yeah.
which is really nice.
So we have no chaos on our timeline still, so there's no pressure for us to use
either
that
save
device.
I either save it or just use it for life. I mean, I am up for whatever choice.
So
Should I
oftentimes at this point, we'll just save it, and later on, if we have a character die, we can come back to it to use it for life and
Right.
resurrect somebody.
I usually do the same. I usually just leave them there.
That's a great point.
Okay, that's all that.
Okay,
For.
there's a Sanctum of Blood in the Burning Forest that's been revealed.
We'll probably have to get that once we get a boat. Daddy-O can get that once we get on a boat in the probably next week.
Yep, we're still looking for that Catacombs, because that's going to get us the gold that we need to get our boat.
Yep. Must be to the left somewhere.
Hey,
There it is.
There it is.
So now,
All right, so
do
any of us could just get us in there.
I would have Mike do it, actually.
you
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
now I'll
Now that-
spend
yeah.
1 point.
Yeah. That
you're
changed
going
things.
you're going to level inside that dungeon, and that'll get you your focus back when you level.
I think this
Yeah.
would be a great way to end it too. So we'll go through the catacombs, have any like closing statements, and then if anyone does have any questions that we can answer before we end up. But this would be a perfect way to end this.
Okay, we don't have any lockpicks, so we can't open this one, unfortunately.
Yeah. It was a mimic, anyways.
Probably
That's
was.
a good way of just justifying that we didn't want to open it.
Oh, yuck. Okay.
Yeah, so this is a pretty ugly team.
Yeah.
So should I go after the young witch in order
Yes.
to?
Yeah,
Yes.
the witch always splashes you, which is kind of nasty, and can also curse you. So
You both have to focus that witch too, based off of your damage output. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I forget. I go before Mike, so never mind. I'll do it. Cool. Get the scaly out of the way, and then we'll just let the golem do whatever it wants to do.
yeah, he's got 4. I'm gonna go ahead and do this.
Nice crit. Ooh, good.
Well,
Aw.
Okay.
no. At least he didn't take any damage.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sip on my cold coffee then.
Yeah, he's just a spectator now.
Yeah.
That's okay. I can't make any mistakes if I'm spectating.
Right. Okay. For a little bit.
At this point, we have probably enough damage that I don't need to use any focus.
I would imagine so. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, good. Now I'm ready to fight.
Good amount of gold.
All right, I'm gonna pass this over to you since you're injured, Sheldon.
Okay.
You might be able to use that mirror.
Daniel can eat that.
Yep. So this is I know this stuff's little, but like you don't try to balance things out. You try to make things a little bit OP. So you would always put it on the higher evasion character to really
Not
boost up.
necessarily.
the
Not
evasion.
necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. So, we normally like to raise a character's weak stat, but the reason we don't for you is I'm gonna be taking armor candies because I'm gonna have trouble with armor because my gear doesn't normally provide armor.
Mhm.
And same thing with Mike, but for resistance. So that means that the third character is kind of
Not getting either.
not getting candies at all.
And you need evasion.
And it's like, well, we might as well just buff the evasion because, I mean, yeah.
It's also best to have the highest evasion character in the center so that you can avoid
Yeah.
AoE attacks that target the side characters.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
We do stack the evasion on the evasion guy, but then the other two we actually raise.
You do
weaker
you
stat.
do the reverse. You actually
the reverse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we do it. Okay. I'm kind of glad we got a golem actually. I don't think we need
Let's
to
see.
focus this.
38. We can only do a little bit over 40, so he's going to hit us no matter what.
He's gonna hit us once. It's
Yeah, he's
okay.
going to hit us no matter what, so we might as well just go ahead and just attack.
Yeah.
No focus.
Yeah. Nice.
There we go.
Very clean catacombs.
Nice.
So again, the whole purpose of coming in here was to get the gold we need for a boat.
Yes.
Does anybody need boots?
I've got the same boots that you had, so it's kind of a toss up.
What boots are we talking here?
They were the Vasian fishing boots.
I have 1 armor boot, so that's all.
No, I don't care about that.
Okay.
We might be slightly off on the 90 gold here. We'll see.
Well, we do have some things we could sell to get to the 90 that we
Yes, we do.
No, we'll have 90.
Oh,
Nope,
99. Okay, good.
We
okay.
got it. See,
We
that's
got
the whole
okay.
idea there. It gets you just enough.
Sometimes you don't get 90, but most of the time you do. If you don't get 90, just find a nice solo bandit somewhere. Ambush it if you have to, and you got it.
Okay, so I think that was pretty clean. I don't think we could probably done much better than that. So
yeah,
I think this was a great second day of this. Appreciate you guys again having me on. I think this is going to be a great learning tool. I know a lot of people that are watching the videos and stream have been gaining a lot from it. So again, I appreciate you guys letting me come on, and I look forward to next week being with you guys again.